Not the prettiest version of my all-time favorite song, but we got there in the end. Haudenosaunee song, Oh Canada. And time to play some lacrosse once again here from the Iroquois Park Sports Complex in Whitby, Ontario, on the JVI Sports Network for the President's Cup here in 2025. And consolation round, Allegany against Saskatchewan, and Jake Elliott, Lucas Archer with you here tonight, and our players to watch. We begin with Matthias Stadlinger.
Stadlinger's had a great tournament up to this point. 4 points in 4 games. You can see his points here throughout the tournament. Also plays for the Vienna Monarchs when he represents Team Austria. Jake, we will be looking at number 7 here tonight. On the Allegany side, it's going to be number 12, new pickup for the Arrows, and Jacob Gasparetti. 2 points through 4 games for himself.
Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. We also have an interesting situation developing here. Well, it's developed. As we believe that Lane Smith is in the goal here wearing number 93, and that a number switch has taken place as Chase Martin wearing Lane Smith's 48. Is that, do I have that correct?
I think you do, Jake. That's what you and I have both been told. So we got a players putting on the pads tonight.
Well, you're lying already because you got told and then you told me. So I'm hearing this third-hand knowledge. And I hope it's correct as Lane Smith. Yeah, he's in there. That's got to be him because I can tell you Chase Martin's not doing that sort of thing in between the pipes. So should be a fun one here with the Allegany Arrows in the black and yellow as Colton Marquis with the quick chance. I didn't really understand what was going on. And shout out to the Allegany GM last night as I got to get this in here for Chris Bomberry, who hooked us up with some Allegany swag last night for myself and Pat Gregoire, but also let us know that they've gone away from the blue that they had a year ago in Ladner, and a bit of a throwback here to the early days of the Arrows and the black and gold. So I thought it was seeing things early on that I'm like, is that jersey dark? It's in fact black.
Personally, I love the black and yellow.
It's always a good combination, no question about it.
It is. Blue and yellow, still a good combination, but nothing beats the good old, yellow jacket color scheme, that's for sure. And I think that's definitely Lane Smith in net.
Yeah, double bounce pass here to Marquis. We'll set it up for Zach Miller in our opening goal of the game here. And give Lane Smith an apple out of the crease on that one as he started the transition up the floor.
He absolutely deserves the apple. Not often you see a goalie throw the double outlet bounce pass, but quick pass over, and Miller just goes up top, far corner on Jim Magne, who is the starting goalie for Saskatchewan tonight.
He is, and I can tell you scratches here. Christopher Kluche is out tonight. A little load management there for Kluche, final game of the tournament. Leo Sturris, who I don't think has played a game as of yet. Corey Becker, Frankie Brown, Goa Abrams, and Chase Martin, I think, is in, but he's playing out, if that makes sense to you. Here on Saskatchewan side, Bryce Dewick, Jake Boudreau, Pat Thompson, Kenny Boney, I think is how you say that, Aaron Walker, and although Austin Shanks not a scratch on the Roadrunners roster, we have yet to see Shanksy appear.
Not sure if he will make an appearance tonight. Haven't heard any word that he's not in the lineup.
Yeah,
and we've yet to see any green gloves.
The other thing we have seen in this game early on is a few extra wooden goals, or not goal sticks, wooden lacrosse sticks, I want to say, and one including Chase Fraser, who I think is wielding the Woody here tonight, and hopefully everybody keeps it responsible, I'll just say, and has a little fun impressing the creator using the hickory here tonight.
I hope Fraser has some nifty tricks up his sleeve tonight using the Woody. And I'm not sure what kind of nifty move that was. A fake BTB into a regular shot from Kobe Whitcomb. And that might be the first of nifty tricks potentially for all the players using the Woodies tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to see a few highlights here as we saw a bunch yesterday at the President's Cup. I was on the highway after making a trip down to the Grand River as The Arrows will make a trip to the front of the goal. Tristan Jensen, who has been the lone player using a Woody all weekend, now going with the futuristic Tupperware here tonight. So he's probably handed his stick off to somebody. But I didn't get to see the final of Ladner and Winnipeg. What was the final score that ended up there?
I don't know either.
Oh.
I saw the final of
Stats
that.
Department, please let us know the final score.
I saw with about 5 minutes left in the third, Ladner was up 9-6. So I'm not sure how that ended, but I saw 9-6 with about 5 minutes, 4.5, 5 minutes left to play in the third. Not sure how that one finished out.
We'll get word on that, but I believe it was Ladner that was victorious. We just need a final score, and I honestly don't know how that one went in the net. I really don't. Somebody's going to get credit for that. And it's going to be 4-0 Allegany 3.5 minutes into this game.
Well, everyone seems to be high-fiving Fraser, so that could have been Chase himself, and we completely missed it.
Chase Fraser.
We'll see here on the replay right here, Jake. It's going to be a shot on net. And yeah, Fraser.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no. I'm not giving you a clip it on that one, Fraser. As that one goes out of play off the stick of Kenny Aaron. All right. That's okay. 9-6 is and was your final, so the Pioneers win their final game of the tournament. And the Arrows of Allegany, who came ever so close yesterday, Lucas, that 14-13 game against Edmonton where they got down big. They mounted the comeback. They actually took a lead as maybe a chance here for the Roadrunners. And how about it from Lane Smith? Shot and a save there. Held a 2-goal lead in the third period, only to give it up and lose by 1 to the Miners in the end, 14-13 the final.
Dane Farrell with that game-winning goal. He was able to just slip under his defender, get a pass on the inside, and able to beat Chase Martin, who came in for relief of Goa Abrams yesterday. And Edmonton now back once again in contention for some hardware. They made it to the final the past 2 years, I believe, Jake, and came home with the silver.
Indeed. Losing both those finals, but there they were, and there they'll be again in the semis. We'll get that schedule up for you at some point here, but I can tell you it'll be Snake Island and the Miners at 5 o'clock, and it will be Six Nations and Brooklyn at 8 o'clock tomorrow here from the President's Cup. Semifinal Friday tomorrow. And two good matchups, Snake Island and Brooklyn, the favorites in those two matchups, but I'm not putting anything past the two most experienced teams here in the Miners and the Rivermen.
No, definitely. They know what it takes to win at the Prezi. They've done it before. And a rematch of the Ontario Series Lacrosse Finals when the Merchants will take on the Rivermen. Both teams didn't really show all their cards when they played each other in that best of 3 final. And you know they're going to be going all out tomorrow night here in what should be a packed Pad 1 here at IPSC.
Let's hope so. It should be. If it's not, I'm going to be disappointed. So if you're tuned in from Whitby and you're kind of saving it for the weekend here, let's get out to the Iroquois Park tomorrow night. You Rivermen fans as well, make the trip up. If I can get down to Six Nations and then still get back in time to call a game in the same day, you can get up here to watch your Rivermen play last night. But made a nice trip to the ILA, of course, first stop. Chris Vale, Creators Podcast there, and a couple of trinkets out of there, one for me, one for the wife, and then got the chicken wrap, of course, Lucas. Can't leave the ILA without one of those.
Definitely not. That's a staple down there. That was your first time at the ILA, wasn't it?
No, not the ILA. But then, may as well watch this play come to a screeching halt. Off to Gaylord Palace Arena and hooked up with Mr. Kimosabi himself and Brendan Bomberry. Had a good chat with him. Miles General, former Six Nations chief, just happened to be hanging around the rink as well. So got to meet Miles General. Then went into Brantford for a little bit, Lucas, as the shot sails wide. And checked on a disc golf course, Mohawk Park there in Brantford. Didn't stay long. And then quick meet up with my man Josh Johnson, Juicy J, none other. Good to see him. Got a little swag from Joshy, and then just a quick 3.5-hour trip back from Six Nations to Whitby. It was a breeze, man. Just crawling along the 401. My God, how do people do that on a daily basis here in Ontario?
I will never know, as I do that trip sometimes. Just getting even from here in Whitby to the airport can take 3 hours alone. Never mind coming from Brantford. Holy jeez.
It is absolutely insane. Insane. Well, Patty, I bought him at 12 o'clock, and the thought did enter my mind, do I get Greggy the chicken wrap that he asked for yesterday? And I thought to myself, is he going to want this chicken wrap 8 hours later?
Of course he is. Greggy will eat it all hours of the day.
An 8-hour chicken wrap just sitting in the car all day long. I erred on the side of caution, Pat. I'm sorry.
You're probably going to be hearing it from Pat tomorrow, Jake.
They were delicious. I will say that.
They are.
Here's Fraser, as we'll get it back on track here in this 3-0 Arrows lead off the crossbar there. Some oohs and ahs from the crowd.
That was Chase Martin. That's why you got some oohs and ahs.
Well, yeah, don't think the Arrows fan base just in front of us here don't know what's going on in front of them. Oh, that one was an intended pass and hit the post. And we're seeing some D guys playing out the front gate. This is Anderson and Magny. Looking a little tired already as he struggles to get back to his feet. It's been a long week for old Jimmy down there.
It has been. He's just been peppered with shots day in and day out. And him and Patrick Mulla split their Saskatchewan's first game in the tournament, in which they conceded 33 goals against Edmonton. So he saw a lot of shots just in half of game one, let alone the rest of the week. But kudos to them and the rest of the Roadrunners roster here this week that have just shown up, left the floor after every game with a smile on their face, and they always cheer for themselves and their opponents, which is nice to see here at the Prezi.
Yeah, London Cups, a nice little tournament. Yeah, good stop there for Lane Smith. As that stick hooking for him a little bit as he tries to throw the long ball there, as he's aiming high, but it's coming out low. But he has stopped every shot sent his way so far. Has Lane Smith, who is in the goal here, if you're joining us late, for the Arrows.
That BTB pass almost found the stick of Cups, but that got knocked down by Dana Ray, and then the Arrows concede a turnover.
Short bench here for Saskatchewan as they've had all week long, and even a little shorter here tonight without Austin Schenk. So this game's this is not the ideal to have our first game be called together here, Lucas, but we're gonna get through it nonetheless.
Definitely. Gonna be fun to share a booth with you. I've shared a podcast with you. Actually, the other way around. You have been generous enough to share a podcast with me, I will say, and now you are. I wouldn't say you kicked Greggy out here tonight, but
we'll be back together tomorrow for both games, myself and Pat Gregoire, and then we'll let you in on the finals plan as well for Saturday. But, you know, this is kind of the last tough one to get through, and then the remaining games here at the President's Cup, all four of them are going to be absolutely spectacular. So just kind of grate your teeth and bear it here for this one here tonight. We appreciate you tuned in. We appreciate our sponsors and everybody around here at the President's Cup. It's been a great week. It's now over for Ladner. It's over for the Blizzard, and these two teams playing their final game here tonight as a chance for the Roadrunners, and in it goes. As a nice little tuck over the shoulder of Lane Smith there. Only problem, Lucas, is I do not have a number 2 on my roster, but somebody told me that number 2 was wearing a different number earlier in the week, and I can't remember who that was or what that number was.
Okay. Well, I'm in the same boat as you. I don't got a number 2, but a nice fake over the shoulder on Smith.
It might have been Kenny Elliott, who sometimes wore 20. Now he's wearing 2, I believe.
Okay.
Somebody knows that can let me know. PXP for Sports. Send me a text. Shoot me a tweet. Want to give credit where credit is due, and the shutout now over here for Lane Smith. That lasted, about 11 minutes. Something to be proud of. As Magny down early as Whitcomb had all sorts of rim, and now London Cups in behind everybody. Nice little settle into the pocket. And Lane Smith with an elbow stop.
I got to say, Jake.
Okay, Vincent Cree, we are getting word 24 is in 2, we believe. All right, Brody Thomas, shout out to him for hooking us up. And, you know, when you watch a guy that doesn't traditionally play goaltender, you know, you can get in the backyard, you can have some fun with a tennis ball being whipped at you, whatever. But you can tell right away, like, whether a guy is scared of the ball or not, whether he's got the pads on or not. And Lane Smith, he's not shying away from making the stops.
No, he's not. He's staying cool, calm, and collected, just staying there, throwing out the shoulder every now and then. But I think he's happy to, you know, see a different side of things and put on the pads tonight. We believe that he is wearing Chase Martin's equipment. We're not confirmed on that.
Well, that's a little bit gross just to think about, but
yeah.
he's got to put somebody's on. So hopefully it was dried out, maybe cleaned. I highly doubt it. That's courageous, though, putting on another man's goalie gear. Oh.
Well, you and I both know that joke.
Yeah, it's almost like putting on another man's headset, Luke. It's just not something you want to do on a hot summer night.
Well, I think I'm doing that here tonight as I'm wearing Greggy's.
Oh, Fraser. Trying to go around the world with that one. This is going to be a glorified street ball game, essentially. And there's a tuck. Into the back of the net goes for Rudy George.
Fraser had a around-the-world attempt here, and then a turnover from Saskatchewan. Ends up in the stick of George here. You can see the trail check. Just picks it up.
I'm going to help you out, Lucas. It's not like the TV show Frasier. It's like the Fraser River in British Columbia. No, it's not. There's no Z in there. It's just Fraser.
See, you learn something new every day here, folks.
Yeah. Delta, Aldergrove, BC for Chase Fraser.
Still rocking the pink shoes.
Well, he switched his Woody out. He's gone back to the Tupperware here. And I think just a bit of a hydration break more than anything for the Roadrunner. Yeah, I think Chase Martin taking the face-off here for Allegany with the Woody, I might add.
So he was in net last night, Jake. He's now taking a draw 24 hours later with a Woody.
We saw Joey Spallina play the third period for the Muskies last night left-handed.
That's not out of the ordinary, though. Too much for him.
Well, first time I've seen it. As there's Colton Marquis almost sneaking one in as we go down to 6:45 here in this first period. Dunk attempt from Martin, a half-hearted one. And Roadrunners on the run here. Shoot that ball. Why not? No, he didn't do it.
Uh-oh.
Ball turned over here to Becker. Marquis still with those young legs, pushing up the floor. Here comes the trailer. And here comes the chance. That goes high. As tighten up the shooting string there for Christian Watts. Well, that was open as well, but just missing the pass. So again, Saskatchewan getting in behind the arrows here in transition. It's Cree again. He is the goal scorer for the Roadrunners.
I think that was Darius Anderson on Allegany's last possession there, Jake, that almost received the BTB pass and had Magnay looking the other way.
Zach Miller. Little pick and roll, takes a bump. Down to 8 on the shot clock here, and Miller with about a 3/4 speed shot there. That's handled by Magnay. Another chance, and in it goes. Dana Ray. And I believe Dana wants to go get his own ball here after scoring his first President's Cup goal. Normally somebody else should probably go get that ball for Dana Ray, but they might not have known that was goal number 1 at the President.
I'm going to hope that someone else knew, just because it's nice to know, but Ray wanted to go in and grab a keepsake for himself. as Allegany. They probably could be up a lot more right now, Jumbo, but they only have 5 on the scoreboard here as we have 5 and change left to play here in the opening 20.
Well, I saw this man right there outside the arena about 25 minutes prior to game time, just kind of hanging out. I don't even know if he took warm-up, but joins the roster here as Cody Laforme gets goal number 2 for Saskatchewan. It's a nice catch and finish right there.
Off the draw, that's Denoncourt able to pick it up, and Laforme just calls for it. And he just went with a classic bounce shot past Smith.
Saskatchewan actually might be down a player as I see one down the tunnel, but maybe he's just suiting up late here.
Oh, might be getting some medical attention from the Allegany medical staff.
All right. Shoots and scores does number 12 and Jacob Gasparetti, one of our players to watch here tonight. And I don't think that might be his first of the President's Cup this year. I don't think it's his first Prezi goal, but gets one here against the Roadrunners.
Just calls for it in the middle and lets it rip. Nicely placed shot under the arm of Magne.
You wonder if maybe Saskatchewan going to just split the goaltenders here at the 10-minute mark of the second as London Cups can't put it over the shoulder, as we saw the Sasky captain score a couple of beauties last night. Down to 15 on the clock here this time. Wickham checks the pocket. Nice little handle there, and we'll let it fly. Magnin, the shoulder save, and reset the shot clock here for Allegany. Ooh, a little beyond an attempt there. Got it through, but missed the goal. And there's one down low on Smith. And it's Cree again. So 2 out of the 3 for Cree. And just a 3-goal game here. Not that it really matters who wins or loses. This one, Lucas, I don't think anyone's going to kind of remember that by the time the Prezi rolls around next year. But there's an extra player for Saskatchewan coming on late. Kenny Aaron joining the team. With 3:50 to go here in the first period. Maybe he forgot to set his alarm, potentially. Stuck in traffic, coming from Six Nations, potentially.
Who knows?
Face-off win for Fraser, and I got to say, I don't know what type of woody that is down there that Chase Fraser's wielding, but it looks really nice. Like,
it's
really,
clean.
really nice. It's an offensive woody for sure. Like, I don't think you want to be hacking and whacking anyone with that thing. That's a goal-scoring woody stick right there.
Definitely. Just pots us second in the game right there as a Roadrunner player broke his stick, so he's down an extra twig.
You might not have a backup, but they almost all look the same. Like, you look at Fraser. Yeah, I mean, they all got the red catgut.
It's probably the same type of mesh, that's for sure.
I might have to make a request at the end of this game. Just linger around the Allegany locker room at the end of the contest here, Lucas. Who knows? I got the face-off win, got the goal. I'm not above that sort of thing, just so people are aware. Oh, look out. Oh, you've been firing.
Was the field goal good?
You've been firing bounce passes all period. That one,
I think he's figured out the hook.
Went to planet Mars. And Saskatchewan will get the ball back. Let's hope so, Maddie. Let's hope so. We need something to keep the fans entertained here. We're looking for a Chase Martin to Chase Fraser or vice versa.
I think vice versa would be cooler.
Oh, how about it from Laforme? And he went up into the air looking for a slammer. And now he's laboring back to the Saskatchewan bench here for the big fella. As you can just see Colton Marquis and those young legs. I mean, he's still got some pep in his step here. On day 5. Another chance coming in transition here for the road. Oh, maybe not. Oh, man. Bring it in. He still wants to go to goal, and he will with a shot. As Eldon Hint, Eli, as he's affectionately known.
Nice bucket he's wearing tonight. Haudenosaunee Nationals.
Yeah, somebody gave him that puppy. Oh, how about it? Bar down for Marquis. And that'll make it 8-3.
Nice little placement here, goal from Marquis. You see him take it and just, as soon as he turns his head, just lets it fly.
Now Amos Whitcomb out here for the faceoff, and I think that might be his, like Chase's stick. I feel like it's been on loan from somebody for him to use. Like I don't think he
definitely.
But Whitcomb, I think that's probably one that he has broken in and he uses on a regular basis.
He probably does.
Chance for London Cups, had it knocked away. And the Arrows 4 wide up the floor. One-handed shovel feed, and the pass was good. The shot was not.
Jake, I got to say, I'm just realizing this now. In warm-up, I saw one of the Roadrunners goalies wearing a Saskatchewan SWAT jersey that had pineapple and flamingos on it.
I thought I saw something like that, but I do
They're not wearing it now on the bench.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, maybe just a warm-up jersey.
A good-looking warm-up jersey at that. Not often you see lime green, flamingos, and pineapples on a lacrosse uniform.
That's one man's opinion, yeah. As Magny will make the stop, and we'll make our way down to 1 minute to go here in this first period. And then we'll have just 40 to go here before the big games that really matter here at the President's Cup will be upon us. Well, they won't happen in 40 minutes, but 40 minutes until this one's done, and then we can look ahead to semifinal Friday. There it is, Lucas, break it down.
Edmonton will take on the Snake Island Muskies at 5 p.m., and then the big one. We'll get back to the schedule in a second.
Laforme with the shot, Laforme with the goal, and Saskatchewan not going away. Just down 4 now. Just a little step down. Good biomechanics there.
Look at the torque on that shot. Able to just step in, rotate his hips, and let one fly.
Miller, a little give and go. Oh, one-handed effort there. Goes by the wayside. Look out. Whitcomb with a well-timed chop. That'll back you off from picking up a loose ball pretty quickly. Turnover. Miller, cross crease, and good save for Magny. Which should just about do it here for period number 1. Arrows get 8. Roadrunners get 4. And we got 20 down and 40 to go here on day 5 of the President's Cup on YouTube via the Just View It Sports Network. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get you some. Well, we'll go to the ad read department. We'll get you some sponsor reads here. We'll get you some highlights from the first period and get you set for period number 2 here on a Thursday night from Whitby. Stick around. We're back after this.
You can catch the fun with lacrosse, Canada's national summer sport. Everyone can experience the excitement of lacrosse, where fun meets fitness and friends are made. Lacrosse is one of the youngest organized sports children can play. And with 66 clubs throughout Ontario, everyone can get in on the fun. Visit playlacrosse.com. Our interactive map will help you find a lacrosse club in your area. Join the Ontario lacrosse community today. Ask a parent before going online.
From our unique origins to the modern game, the global lacrosse community has been preparing for this moment. Together, we step into a new chapter of growth, competition, unity, and inspiration for the next generation. Welcome to a new era of lacrosse. at the Olympic Games in Los Angeles. We continue growing together.
Join the journey.
And let's make history in LA and beyond. A new era of lacrosse starts now.
From grassroots to major international events, Sport Durham's award-winning edge is the care we take to create memorable participant experiences and lasting legacies. Collaborate with Sport Durham to host your best event yet. While you're here, be sure to visit durhamtourism.ca for things to do across Durham Region's 8 vibrant communities. Summit Access Solutions is a turnkey access company that can accommodate any and all projects from scaffolding, swing stage, material lifts, weather enclosure systems, and shoring, just to name a few. We specialize in making what looks impossible possible so that you can complete any project safely, efficiently, and on time. Call us at 877-786-6483 or visit summitaccess.ca. No matter what the disaster, we'll be there to help get everything in your home or business restored back to normal. Whether your property has suffered from a kitchen fire, basement flood, or a break-in, our professional technicians and restoration experts will use the best tools and strategies to help you make your house feel like a home again. The wait is over. The NLL has partnered with TFL Sports to bring you something legendary. Not since the days of the 1993 MILL has Pro Box Lacrosse seen premier collectible trading cards. The most comprehensive, officially licensed NLL trading cards ever, featuring legends, rookies, game highlights, and more, all dropping in October. Pre-order yours now before they are gone at shop.tflsport.com. With this many stars, you won't want to miss your chance to chase greatness. Whether you're just getting into lacrosse or a seasoned veteran ready to upgrade from that old broken down smelly gear, Twisted Heads Custom Lacrosse has you covered. We specialize in custom head dyes trusted by the pros and stringing for all ages. Follow us on Instagram at twistedheads_lax, and you can also stop by the Warthog's Den at 203 Simcoe Street, Unit 8, Peterborough. Can't make it? Don't worry. You can find everything you need right at your fingertips at twistedheadslax.com. Unleash your inner warthog at Twisted Heads Lacrosse. At Special Benefits Insurance Services, we're more than just an insurance agency. We're a family proudly serving Canadians nationwide since 1993. For over 30 years, we've helped families and individuals find the right health, dental, and travel insurance, always with friendly expert advice that's completely free. Whether you're planning a trip, protecting your health, or making sure your loved ones are covered, we're here with clarity, care, and decades of trusted experience. Special Benefits Insurance Services, where family values meet trusted guidance. Visit us today at sbis.ca. Town Brewery is based right here in Whitby and focused on strengthening our community through good work and good times. Check out the brewery just around the corner at Brock and Victoria, where they brew tons of lagers, sours, and IPAs. And if you've never been, be sure to hit up the Pump House Town waterfront location just down the street on the shores of beautiful Lake Ontario.
Welcome back to the President's Cup here in Whitby, Ontario, as we are 3:20 minutes and winding down the intermission here after the first. Jake Kelly, Lucas Archer with you, 8-4, Allegany leading Saskatchewan.
We saw a lot of nifty tricks that the Arrows were putting on here, Jake, including Chase Fraser winning and scoring a couple goals with a wooden stick. Fraser. I'm going to get that right by the end of the game, but Saskatchewan able to pot 4 goals, and we saw Lane Smith put on the pads and suit up, and he made a couple nice saves and a couple nifty outlet passes. We saw him go for the double bounce a little bit. We saw him go with the skyrocket to, you said, Planet Mars. We've seen a whole bunch of balls fly over the turf here tonight.
Well, the Arrows a little late to get back out onto the turf here, but, I mean, okay, so I don't know what's going down there. We didn't mention. Yeah, I actually hopped into the. I don't know. I guess what do you call it? The upper beer garden here, where tournament convener, head referee, some people were gathered around. I said, any chance we go running time here, fellas? If we get both teams to agree to this. So I think that's maybe what they're discussing, and I can't see either team objecting at this point. So we'll just have to wait and see. I did not mention the officials here today, so let's do that here quickly. Race Funk from Manitoba, Mark Sands, Ontario, Ethan Hansen, Alberta, standby Trent Bray from Can-Am.
I bet Trent has seen Allegany a ton this season.
Just exchanging some sign language here with Chase Fraser as I want to highlight here in the second period. And he's either going around the world or he's going to give me the Bionda here with the Woody, which Jack Bionda, of course, making famous back in his heyday as I've never seen a guy with a wooden stick and those type of hands and skill, Jack Bionda, incredible with the Woody. Here is the remaining schedule for your President's Cup. Note the start time, guys, on Championship Saturday. 3 o'clock, 7 o'clock start times here from Whitby.
It's going to be a fun championship day, but we can't get there, Jake, without the semifinals tomorrow. And you, Pat Gregoire, and Matty Carrick are going to all be on the call there tomorrow. And game 1 with Edmonton.
I'm just going to stop you right there. Myself, Pat, Matt on Saturday, just myself tomorrow, along with Pat Gregoire, as he did right off the bat. Chase Fraser going between the legs on the first possession here. So myself and Pat for the semifinal games. Myself, Pat, and Matt for the bronze and the gold.
Star-studded crew, no doubt. I got to say, Jake, are you going to – we had Pat Gregoire on the podcast earlier this week, and he said that he was missing you after 2 days. Are you going to be missing him after the Prezzi's over?
Of course I will. It's been great couple of weeks working with Patty all Minto Cup, and then, of course, here at the Prezzi. But I will also say, look here, the triple port midi bounce pass. I am definitely looking forward to getting home after the weekend, and really looking forward to getting back in the saddle for the Man Cup with my longtime broadcast partner, Brad Challoner, who we have not called the Man Cup together since 2007. That's a long time. We're going to get a chance here in 2025, and I know he is looking forward to it, and so am I.
Where was that one held back in 2007?
That was Coquitlam, my very first Man Cup. Peterborough and Coquitlam facing off in that as you had John Grant Jr., you had Tracy Koleski, you had old Jason Clark. But it was Josh Gillum, the Mike Kelly Award winner in 2007 for the Lakers under head coach Jamie Batley. 6 games.
That must have been a fun, exciting week of lacrosse. You just rattled off a bunch of names, and those might be some of the biggest names in box lacrosse, in the lacrosse world, potentially.
And then Coquitlam, you had Pat Coyle and Kurt Milwaukee and Colin Doyle and a bunch of guys over on that side of the floor as well. Yeah, it was good Man Cup, but 6 games. Ended on a chin strap call, believe it or not, in games number 6. And back then, when you played the game without, if your chin strap came undone, you played the game, you got penalty. And Kurt Milosky's chin strap came undone in Game 6, took a penalty, and that was it for the Peterborough Lakers. Way back in 07, so Chiefs and Bellies this year, and I'm expecting sellout games for the first 4 at Queen's Park Arena. I don't think there is going to be a seat to be had at the old Gal.
What's the seating capacity there in that arena? And then seating capacity, and then if you have standing room as well.
Yeah, I don't know the exact number. There's a chance here for the captain and a stop for Lane Smith. Yes, you heard correctly. Lane Smith in the Allegany goal. I don't know. I want to say over 3,500. Close to 4, I think, if you really jam it in there. Should probably find AI it, Lucas. AI that, and you'll probably get an answer.
It's going to be a hot barn for sure, I would imagine, when you have close to 4,000 bodies in that.
It's been smoking out there in BC, too. Not like here where it's been raining the last couple of days. So they're going to wipe that off for Chase Martin. They wanted that one. Here's a chance spec the other way over top of the goal.
Got some news I want to mention here, Jake.
Okay.
That conversation we saw between the LC staff and the officials and the other teams, they did confirm it. We are doing run time. We are only stopping it if a penalty is being administered.
Now, hang on. We're still getting paid the same, right? Like we don't get short. We don't get running time on our paychecks for pro. That's a major concern.
It is.
This is Miller. The setup there from Whitcomb will make it 9-4. So if we can get a shot of it here after the goal, the clock will continue to run here in this one. Saskatchewan has just got to be running on fumes right now.
Absolutely,
5
definitely.
games in 5 days and doing it with 11, 12 players for each game. I'm honestly shocked they made it past yesterday. Like I thought, when I saw the size of the roster for the Roadrunners, I was like, they're not going to make it through Wednesday. But here they are on Thursday, and they're going to get through this tournament.
They are.
And good on them, for the amount of beatdowns and goals they've had scored against them here to be still out there and competing, like, pretty impressive.
No doubt about it, and they knew what they were going to be facing.
I don't know if they
President's
did.
Cup.
I don't know if they did.
I'm sure they did, Jake. You come into a tournament like this, you absolutely have a look at your competition and the rosters, and you talk to everybody that you know that's coming, and you're like, hey, who's playing on this team? Who's going to line up for Edmonton or Ladner or Allegany or anybody? So I'm sure they talked to some people definitely before they came here, but kudos to them for always playing as positive as they can, and at the end of the day, they are working hard out there to the extent that each individual wants to do, and they're having fun. That's the most important part.
Just having a quick text conversation with somebody here while the game's going on, Lucas. Well, I'm just reading text, essentially, is what I'm doing. But it is quite important. So I do want to break some news here on the big broadcast. So I don't know if we have a breaking news drop over there at the stats or the graphics or the ad read department, but I'm going to break it right here. Free agency in the National Lacrosse League starting tomorrow. But I'm told don't get your hopes up, as the PLPA has told the Board of Governors that they won't be signing any guys until a new CBA is set, and that all contacts have to be sent through one guy at the union. Can't even speak with agents right now.
Wow.
So free agency is set to open up tomorrow in the National Lacrosse League, but don't expect any signings. So not really breaking news, but there's an update on the CBA free agency situation at the National Lacrosse League.
Okay.
Sources, hashtag.
I found an answer to your question you asked me a couple of minutes ago,
Okay,
Jake.
good.
3,500 seats
right.
at Queen's Park.
I was right. I've probably sat in every one of them at some point throughout my life.
Does that include the penalty box?
That's where I've sat more than anywhere in that building. Still can't get a bio up on Lax Tillyman, though. I don't know what's going on there. One day, maybe.
soon. It's coming. It's a new segment that they're doing. They're going through a whole host of old school players. I saw your good buddy Andrew Suter up there a couple of weeks ago.
The champ. He should have been one of the first as far as I'm concerned. Look out from behind here. A bit of a love tap. Draws the reaction from the Allegany bench.
You just saw Suter all last week down there in the city of St. Catharines.
Sure did. Got a chance to meet his lovely wife and his new kids. It's been a while since, I've spent some quality time with Suits, and, yes, well, they just keep multiplying there for the Suter family, essentially. But they were showing off all their speed for me in the parking lot. They're having a little foot race there for me and having a good time at the arcade. But lovely family there for Andrew Suter, and always good to see and spend some time with him.
Please tell me you joined in on the foot race.
No, those days are long behind me, as Zach Miller's got a long career ahead of him as he picks up another goal here into the empty net.
I think it was Zach Miller that got knocked down to the turf, got back to his feet, and then Magnet was out of position and manages to score on a wide open cage. As the Arrows are now up to double digits here. As we mentioned, Jake, that clock will not stop on goals or any other possessions, only when we have a penalty. If we have a penalty at all. We've yet to have one. Knock on wood a little bit.
I don't think we're going to have a penalty here today. We will have another goal, though, courtesy of Colton Marquis.
That was a laser from outside.
So, quickly, 11-4 now. What do we got over there? We got 3 and 7 guys on the bench. Yeah, so Saskatchewan running with 12 here in this one. I do want to give the young dance teams here that have been performing all week during the intermission, as Amos from a different area code will score. They've been coming out, working their routines, putting on a show for the crowd here during the intermissions. And now they're cheering alongside the Allegany bench. I'm sure we can get a shot of that at some point. Shout out to all the dance teams here that have been, there they are, right off to your top of your screen there on the left. And have provided some nice entertainment here at the President's Cup all week long.
They have. You're going to mention the cheerleaders and the dance teams. I'm going to mention the Durham Choir that sang O Canada a couple times on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I believe. I think they're also here for the opening ceremonies, if I'm not mistaken. So they were performing your favorite song a little bit throughout this week.
All-time favorite song, yeah. Used to be in choir, Lucas. Fun fact about old Jumbo Elliott. Used to be in choir, grade 3.
That makes 2 of us, grades 1, 2, and 3 for myself.
Mrs. Cunningham.
I'll give Miss LeBlanc and Miss Armstrong a shout-out myself.
How things have changed in elementary school. Choir, forced to do choir in game 3, or grade 3.
Wow.
Not much of a singer like this.
I'm not sure that's true, as you sang Brooks and Dunn almost every week on the podcast.
Oh, how about it from LaForme? And I know you got a little info about LaForme back in his junior days as well.
Yeah, I received a text during the intermission that he was a legitimate scorer, was the exact wording that my source gave me back in his Scarborough playing days, as well as a member of the Green Gales. So LaForme always been able to put the ball behind the net, and has another sharpshooting goal here for Saskatchewan.
12-5. Saskatchewan tried to line up on the faceoff on the wrong side of the floor. That's not going to work. But they do win the faceoff, as Denoncourt coming away with it. And then taking about 20 minutes to make the change over to the Saskatchewan bench. London Cups leading the Roadrunners here at President's Cup in scoring and in the locker room as well with the C on his jersey. Now, is that still Lane Smith in there, or is that now it's 99, but that's not the number. He was wearing Chase Martin's jersey earlier, right?
Yeah.
93.
93.
But it's 99 in there now, so I think that's Craig Seneca Jr. going to play the rest of this game.
Does not surprise me.
And I do think I see Lehner now with the uppers off and a big smile on his face, working the back gate here for the Arrows in the rest of this one. And it looks like it's going to be Magne the rest of the way here in this one. So he's going to grind out a full 60. Nothing to save yourself for at this point.
No, not really.
And apparently he's got the exact replica of the Mike Richter mask from his old New York Ranger days. So I don't know if the folks on camera at some point can get – that was in. That was a goal.
Was it?
Yeah, that's not going to count, but it was in. In fact, if we can get a close-up shot of the Saskatchewan goaltender's face protector. Here's Laforme off the bench. She gets looked right off. And Seneca Jr. making a casual shoulder stop. And down to 7.5 we go.
Another good save from Magne.
He's hung in there. Speaking of helmets, there's a beauty. Oh! That one hit the glove. Unintentional there for Rudy George, who almost deflected it into the stick of Laforme. This is a glorified game of backyard lacrosse right now. It literally is. I don't know what people want me to do in this situation. Like, do we want to be calling the actual play-by-play?
Oh!
Clip it! Oh, give him a gritty to go along with it. There he is, Chase Martin with an absolute dandy.
No doubt. You're gonna see the ball in the air. Martin's gonna corral it one-handed, stays one hand, goes one hand, bouncer, underhand style, throws his arms up, and you're gonna see him hit the gritty a little bit. Goalie scoring goals as a player, Jumbo.
Yeah, the President's Cup in 2025 has been something. And, of course, the best yet to come here with 2 more days to go. Ouch. And you don't need that at this juncture of the game. I think they will exchange a fist bump and say sorry.
Ouch. That'll hurt.
Yeah, that didn't look good. Didn't sound good. I'm sure it didn't feel good.
Saw the SAS defenders take a couple balls off the dome as well last night when they were playing the Brooklyn Merchants. Alex Marinier and Will McLeod definitely had some bullets that just found the domes of some Saskatchewan players.
Oh, yeah. Crease call there on Whitcomb. Probably could have counted it.
Could have, would have, should have.
Well, I'll be interested to see, a year from now, quite frankly, Lucas, you being an official yourself, a lot of conversation over the last couple of weeks about the cylinder rule, the crease rule, and I think a couple other rules here as well, in particular not going down to 4-on-4 and offsetting minors, a couple other things, but in particular the crease rule, and I really believe, time for Lacrosse Canada in particular to revisit some of the rules in their rule book and start to adapt the rule book to improve the game. And I think, they just follow suit of the National Lacrosse League and what they're doing with their rule book on almost an annual basis where they review, they tweak, they revise, they improve. And I think the folks at Lacrosse Canada could take a page out of that and just be a little more proactive, a little quicker. When it's time to change something, it's time to change something. I'm not quite sure of the bureaucratic process that it takes in order for a rule to get changed at that level, but it seems to be like it can only happen once every 2 years. And for the life of me, I'll never understand that. I don't understand why it takes that long. I don't even know if I want to understand that. But it's time to change the crease rule. That's where I'm going with all this. It's time to go to NLL rules for the crease. Can you get on board with that as a referee? It's easier to call, is it not?
Personally, yes. I know other officials like the CLA rule.
Why do they like it?
Because it makes it more black and white. If you break if you break the cylinder, it's a crease violation.
But the NLL rules are way more black and white, where you just have to take off outside of the crease. But
then you have to look at, did he land in the crease? Is the ball across the line? Did I did the shooter make contact with the goaltender? That's the whole gray area and all the other variables that you have to factor in when you're looking at something like that. In CLA, it's black and white. You break the cylinder, tweet, whistle, crease violation. We go the other way. But what I want to jump in and say here, Jake, is I'm not sure if Lacrosse Canada needs to go to NLL rule books or crease calls or crease rules, whatever. But I think what they should do in other conversations I've had with officials is look at the Box Lacrosse World Lacrosse rule book.
Okay.
As we use that in all other factions. Men's field, we use the World Lacrosse. Sixes, women's field, all other aspects of lacrosse. So maybe it's time for LC potentially. I'm not saying they need to, but just in other conversations I've had with officials, go to the Box Lacrosse World Lacrosse rulebook.
Okay, I'll take it a step further here since we're talking rules. Can we not just get to one set of rules? I don't care. Fine. You want to use World Lacrosse, you want to use NLL, just get to one rule book. For the entire sport of senior box lacrosse, does not seem like a hard thing to accomplish to me, where everybody is playing by the same rules. Whatever those rules are that you decide on, please. I mean, to have different rules in junior, different rules in senior, different rules for different provinces, different rules when you get to a national championship. It's insane.
I'm not sure if that will ever happen. I know some people would like to, but it's definitely a long process. I know it is to completely go to one universal set of rules, regulations, and guidelines for lacrosse. I don't know why it takes that long. I'm in the same boat as you, Jake. Not sure why it's such a lengthy process. I just know that it is.
Yeah, that's my issue, is why does it take that long? 14-5 now with 90 seconds here to go in the second period. You got me worked up talking about rules all of a sudden. This is supposed to be a casual game here, Lucas. Having fun at the President's Cup, and now you got my blood pressure boiling.
Well, Chase Fraser is having fun. He's been using a Woody this whole period.
Yeah, all game.
Not all game. We saw him switch back.
3-on-2 here for the Roadrunners. Now, did he not just break the plane of the cylinder right there, Lucas? You tell me. He ran.
I didn't have the best angle on that. He potentially could have. But did he break the cylinder as he was releasing the ball on a shot?
He jumped right through the crease, on the corner of the crease to get behind the goal. That's a cylinder.
On paper, that is.
That's, to me, the thing. Like, it's an imaginary thing like that. You're supposed to visualize. It's just, anyways. Final 30 seconds here of period 2. Whitcomb. And one more, why not? 10-goal lead. And we're almost ready for another dance routine, as they'll just tick off the final 10 seconds of the period. And I'd probably just tick some people off with my rant there, but we're going to tick off here to break from Whitby as well, Lucas. Let's take our final break of the evening as period 2 is over. Arrows with a 10-goal lead, and we're back with the final period of Day 5 here at the President's Cup on JVI when we return in 600 seconds from now.
You can catch the fun with lacrosse, Canada's national summer sport. Everyone can experience the excitement of lacrosse, where fun meets fitness and friends are made. Lacrosse is one of the youngest organized sports children can play. And with 66 clubs throughout Ontario, everyone can get in on the fun. Visit playlacrosse.com. Our interactive map will help you find a lacrosse club in your area. Join the Ontario lacrosse community today. Ask a parent before going online.
From our unique origins to the modern game, the global lacrosse community has been preparing for this moment. Together, we step into a new chapter of growth, competition, unity, and inspiration for the next generation.
Welcome to a new era of lacrosse.
At the Olympic Games in Los Angeles, we continue growing together.
Join the journey.
And let's make history in LA and beyond. A new era of lacrosse starts now.
From grassroots to major international events, Sport Durham's award-winning edge is the care we take to create memorable participant experiences and lasting legacies. Collaborate with Sport Durham to host your best event yet. While you're here, be sure to visit durhamtourism.ca for things to do across Durham Region's 8 vibrant communities. Summit Access Solutions is a turnkey access company that can accommodate any and all projects from scaffolding, swing stage, material lifts, weather enclosure systems, and shoring, just to name a few. We specialize in making what looks impossible possible so that you can complete any project safely, efficiently, and on time. Call us at 877-786-6483 or visit summitaccess.ca. No matter what the disaster, we'll be there to help get everything in your home or business restored back to normal. Whether your property has suffered from a kitchen fire, basement flood, or a break-in, our professional technicians and restoration experts will use the best tools and strategies to help you make your house feel like a home again. The wait is over. The NLL has partnered with TFL Sports to bring you something legendary. Not since the days of the 1993 MILL has Pro Box Lacrosse seen premier collectible trading cards. The most comprehensive, officially licensed NLL trading cards ever, featuring legends, rookies, game highlights, and more, all dropping in October. Pre-order yours now before they are gone at shop.tflsport.com. With this many stars, you won't want to miss your chance to chase greatness. Whether you're just getting into lacrosse or a seasoned veteran ready to upgrade from that old broken down smelly gear, Twisted Heads Custom Lacrosse has you covered. We specialize in custom head dyes trusted by the pros and stringing for all ages. Follow us on Instagram at twistedheads_lax, and you can also stop by the Warthog's Den at 203 Simcoe Street, Unit 8, Peterborough. Can't make it? Don't worry. You can find everything you need right at your fingertips at twistedheadslax.com. Unleash your inner warthog at Twisted Heads Lacrosse. Turn your scrap into cash at Langeel's Metal Recycle in Port Perry. We pay top dollar when you bring your metal to our yard. With a strong focus on safety and environmentally responsible recycling, you can trust Langeel's to handle your scrap the right way. Fast, fair, and local, Langeel's Metal Recycling in Port Perry. For more information, please visit www.lmr.ca. Thank you to game day sponsor Eco Airflow, who has been providing indoor air quality solutions to customers for over 15 years. Better air can be found at ecoairflow.com and see how the science of filtration can improve the air in your home. Electrolyte, the premium hydration beverage crafted from pharmaceutical-grade ingredients, is trusted by athletes worldwide for its advanced hydration formula, rapid recovery, and sustained performance. Electrolyte manufactures a scientifically formulated beverage that replenishes the body after physical activity or intense heat. Formulated with magnesium, potassium, calcium, sodium glucose, and sodium lactate, plus 6 ions for electrolyte absorption. Electrolyte aids in the recovery of the hydroelectric imbalance, fulfilling metabolic and hydrational needs.
Welcome back to the Prezi. Whitby, Ontario, Iroquois Park Sports Complex. Jake Elliott, Lucas Archer.
Sports Centre, Jake.
All right, Sports Center. I'll get it by the end of the week here. Dave. Oh, day 5, game 2, final period of the day. And then the fun stuff here tomorrow, folks. Semi-final Friday. We'll put the graphic up here after we watch some highlights. But it is a convincing Arrows lead here. I believe we are going to run running time here in the third period as well. But Allegany running away with this one after 40 minutes, Lucas.
Arrows just have more offensive time, Jake. That's all it's been. And they were just shooting whenever they wanted to. Just obliterating Jim Magnay with shots. Cody Laforme, though, able to pot a couple there for the Roadrunners. But I think the highlight of the goal, or of the period, was right here from Chase Martin. A one-hand, underhand bounce shot, hits the gritty at the end, and that definitely got the biggest reaction from the fans, including the cheerleaders. They were going nuts as well over there in the stands.
I was going to say, bang-on performance by the dance team that I was talking about in the second period. I think maybe one of their best performances of the week right there in that intermission. Got the crowd whipped up into a frenzy here for the third period as the Arrows a little late to arrive. Ring them up for a delay of game here. Give the Roadrunners a power play right now.
You're going to break the no-hitter.
Why not? Taking their time. Here's the schedule tomorrow. It begins at 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 p.m. on the West Coast. Miners, the Perennials out of Alberta, will take on the Muskies of Snake Island, who have yet to lose a game here at the President's Cup. As have the Brooklyn Merchants. They are perfect through 4 days of action, and both teams have had a day off, as have the Miners and Rivermen, and a Battle of Ontario in the other semi. And that will blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. That'll set up Championship Saturday. Bronze medal and gold medal games, 3 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Here from the Iroquois Park Sports Centre. Thank you very much.
You got it right. You've corrected me a couple times in terms of Coquitlam. They are gold, not yellow.
That's right.
I got that right.
I honestly, I've been struggling with that this week here. I didn't, thanks to Matty Carrick, who just let me know there's a massive sign right in front of my eyes, which I could have been reading all week long. I just didn't. So there you go. Iroquois Park Sports Center. I'm going to get it every single time now that I know that's there. Fraser almost as he checks the pocket after that long shot attempt there.
I got to say, Fraser, been wearing nice shoes all week, rocking the pink.
That's subjective. I mean, he can pull it off. I think a couple other guys can do it too. But, if I trot out there in pink shoes, I'm going to get the gears. But Chase Fraser, he's got the swag. He's got the drip. And he can pull that look off.
I think the opposite. I think you would look amazing in pink shoes, Jake.
No. Laforme. Well, I mean, I think we know who our player of the game for Saskatchewan is going to be. Having himself a ball game here. I mean, he hasn't crossed center to go play defense in probably 2.5 periods, but he knows what to do when he's got the ball down the crease.
100% he does. We're going to check in on his stat totals in a second as the Arrows come away with another face-off victory. It doesn't really matter a lot in this game, though, Jake.
I'll get on board with that, Lucas, that in this game, face-offs do not matter. You hear that, Time Arrow? Are you tuned in here tonight? Face-offs don't matter in this one. Oh, the double spinner right there. Stopped by Magnay.
Laforme now up to 4 goals on the night.
4 out of the 6 here for the Roadrunners. Chance coming for Cree and a nice little kick away there. Is that? Yeah, that's Lane. It could be anybody in there, but I believe it's Lane Smith back in there. I think. Breaking news. Do we want to put put the graphic up here, Matt? We've devised this for the rest of the week as well. Anytime we got breaking news, Breaking news, we have a goal.
Friedel.
Is that Stadlinger?
No, that was Friedel, I believe.
Okay, my apologies. All right, well.
Seeing eyes shot. Picks the corner. Right over top.
Graphics department working overtime here at the President's Cup tonight.
Going back to LaForme, Jake, I'm going to please our math department that we have here at JVI. And somebody said that I'm on math this week. I believe that was Gregoire who told me that I'm rocking the math department. So LaForme, after that 7th goal for Saskatchewan, LaForme has now scored 57% of Saskatchewan's goals here tonight. And I had to use a little bit of a calculator on that one.
That's got to be higher. I don't even think that's right, Lucas. 4 out of, now they got 7. Okay. Sorry, I thought it was 6, and I was going to be 4 out of 6 is not 57%. Even I know that, but I'll take your word for it at 7. Here comes a chance for 8.
LaForme has 50% of Saskatchewan's goals.
He didn't score that.
I said LaForme now has 50% as he has 4, but Friedel tallies his second.
Yeah, let's just stop talking about math, period. How about that? Well, they're over 8 here, and I'm trying to think now back to all the games for the Roadrunners. I don't know if they've reached 8 goals in any of their games.
I don't believe they have.
This might be a high water mark here for Saskatchewan.
And without Austin Shanks.
Not touche. It's a good stop for Lehner. Well, we heard some scuttlebutt that maybe Saskatchewan was going to be the team to put in a host bid for next year's President's Cup. Not sure that has been official or confirmed yet. 4, 5, 8, 5, now 8. So next goal here for Saskatchewan, if they can get one, will be their high water mark. Stats department hard at work. He's going to pick himself up here. I mean, I don't know if we can get close in on this wooden goal stick here. I don't know, I keep saying goal stick. Woody for Chase Fraser. It is. Well, it's hot. It's hot here tonight, but it is just a thing of beauty.
I'm not sure if that's red or orange, Jake.
That's red.
That is red?
Yeah, that's definitely red.
Well, I was going to say if it's orange, he might have gotten a custom made for Bandits.
No.
Potentially.
No. Definitely red. And definitely a goal. 16-8.
Darius Anderson.
That was a little too easy there for Darius. But, again, I don't know really what they're supposed to do down there. Like, if you're going to get a free walk down the middle of the lacrosse floor, I'm probably shooting for a goal myself. But, at some point you got to lay a body on somebody here.
At least make it look like you're trying a little bit.
There's LaForme.
Go to the shooter.
Had to go low that time on Smith. There's Coach Zeddy over there. Shirt on here today for Zed. And did see the Rochester Nighthawks slap the French, or not the Nighthawks, excuse me. Rochester Nighthawks. I had to double check there. I forgot what I was talking about for a second. Seneca Nation, of course, purchasing the Rochester Nighthawks and trading for Zed Williams and then putting the franchise tag on him immediately. Seems like a smart play to me.
Absolutely. They wanted to acquire him. They did acquire him, and now they're going to keep him in Cape Town for a while.
Yeah, didn't give him a chance. It's put the franchise tag on. Now I'm interested to see if, maybe the Nighthawks go out and get a guy like Frank Brown, who's not playing here for Allegany today, but look good here at the President's Cup this week for number 83, and then you could probably go a little deeper. You look at Larson Sundown, Ottawa Black Bears, a proud member of Seneca Nation, and, do they figure out a way to get Larson Sundown back to his home territory?
Always an option.
Probably have to pay a pretty penny to do so, but might be worthwhile. I'm sure Father Gary would appreciate that if it happened.
Sundown currently a member of those Black Bears up in the nation's capital.
Not too far away. Danny McRae now, the new man in charge there, with both the head coaching and general manager titles bestowed upon him. So Colorado, that means Colorado looking for a new coach. And the Arrows looking for another goal. And a little savoir-faire right there, Lucas. Look it up.
Savoir-Lafleur, is that what it is?
Savoir-faire. Savoir-faire. You are going with that. Perfect. I don't know where that came from. I just spat it out. Oh, they stopped the clock. What's going on?
Goalie change, water break.
No, maybe they are doing a what? Okay. Just remember to stop that prorated clock that you have over there in the production booth as well. One more drink for both these teams here, and then their Prezi week is over, as they will be done for the week. And kind of hope they stick around to kind of watch the rest of the tournament here. They may not, but I'm sure they're going to be watching one way or the other. We will be as well, as a late goaltending change here for Jim Magnay. And a round of applause for him as he'll step onto the Saskatchewan bench. Can we throw the schedule up one more time here, Matty? I know we're just kind of reaching here at this point, folks, just to keep you entertained. But we'll get Friday and Saturday schedules up on the screen for you. Maybe we could throw the breaking news graphic up before we throw the schedule up. We missed it. We missed it. Next time. We'll do it next time. Oh, my goodness. 18-8 here.
So, Jake, I want to ask you something. When you first brought me on to Lacrosse Classified Podcast a couple months ago, and you introduced me to who you got, for 1 week I just said I'm going to look at the team names and see who would win in an actual fight. So I'm going to ask you these questions now here for the semifinal matchups. Who do you think could honestly win, a fish, a muskie, or a minor?
Well, there's a highlight reel goal. Is that the Captain Cups?
It is indeed.
This guy scores some pretty goals. I want to watch this before I answer your, I don't want to say good question because I don't think it was, but let's have a look. Oh, yes, over the shoulder. Yeah, goal 9, the highest of the turn. Clip it right there for Caps. Why not? The muskie is a pretty nasty fish, and I think, if it's around Snake Island, you can venture into some pretty dark waters there. So as a minor, they might not know how to swim, but they're also carrying around like a pickaxe and stuff. So I'm not chalking it up to that. I said it on I said it on day one that I think this Muskies team that has come here to this year's President's Cup has maybe the best roster on paper. Their record has kind of backed that up, and now, I think it's on a collision course here. Like I said, I'm not putting anything past the Rivermen or the Miners. I wouldn't be shocked to see either team pull the upset, but
I got to interrupt you.
I do think it would be an upset if the Miners or the Rivermen were to beat the Muskies or the Merchants. Let's have a look at this replay because I was yammering.
Cree is going to come in, ask for it.
Oh, the old reverse back. You see, he broke the cylinder right there, though, Lucas. Do you see that?
I did.
Give me one more look. Give me one more look at that. And I just want you to watch this. This is why I think we should go to NLL rules. Watch the leg. That's in the cylinder, across the white line right there.
Ball is released out of his stick. Though.
Don't give me that, Archer. Don't give me that. Beautiful goal, and it counts as it should as far as I'm concerned. But I'm interested to see if the Muskies and the Merchants do get through. The Muskies are an experienced President's Cup team. They do have some championship experience on their roster, likes of Steve Keogh, 3 NLL titles, Man Cup champion, Von Harris as well. Some guys that have got it done. Against this Brooklyn Merchants team that, they were dominant all year long through Ontario, right? Won the Ontario Championship, swept the playoffs, the finals. They're playing at home, but a younger group that does not have President's Cup final game experience. And I just wonder, how is that matchup going to play up? If we do, in fact, see the two teams that have gone through this week undefeated, and Brooklyn and Snake Island meet up in the final Saturday night, 7 o'clock, how is that game going to play out?
Personally, I think it's going to be a lot like...
Here we go. Hang on, Lucas. Chase Fraser all day in a week. Oh, yeah. Okay. I knew something was coming. I didn't think that was what was going to come, but the old bank job, alley-oop job here to Colton Marquis off the back window. Pretty good.
Pretty good. That was very good.
This almost never works, but that was pretty good.
I thought Marquis was going to go BTV, not going to lie.
They just switched the goaltender out after that. He's like, I don't need to be in here for this kind of shenanigans right there. Just came right back out of the game.
Back to your point, though, Jumbo.
Tell me how this final is going to play out. If
it is the Muskies and the Merchants, personally, I think you're going to see a game that was a lot like the second quarterfinal we had yesterday between Allegany and Edmonton, where it's going to be a tie game, either 2-2 or 3-3. You're going to see one team go on a big run. You're going to see the opponents then come and tie it back. And then you're going to see one team just add an extra goal or two. And I think the magic number, again, assuming that is the matchup, the gold medal game, the magic number in that game to win will be 10. That is my prediction. You can mark my word on that, and I will own up to it. But I do think it's going to be a tie game, and then a couple big runs from each team, and then someone's just going to find a way to win.
Well, if they're only getting to 10 goals, Lucas, how big can the run actually get? If 10's going to be the win.
Well, if it's a 2-2 tie, you might see a team go up 6-2 or even 7-2, then make it a 7-7 game, and then you're going to see a team make it 10-7, maybe even 11-7.
But you're not willing to go out on a limb and say which team is going to win the game.
No, I'm not.
Coward. Pick a team, Lucas. Who do you think's going to win?
The team with more goals. I'm not making any predictions here, Jake.
You just laid out a detailed game plan of how the final is going to play out, except for who is going to be the winning team.
It's either going to be the home team or the visiting team. Not much is a guarantee.
Well, we know the Arrows have reached 22 goals here. Double digits for Saskatchewan, though. And under 5 we go. Stretch time, if you will, here. And mercifully, day 5 will come to a close. I gotta make note next year to circle this game not to do if it so should come around again. Just make note. You don't want this one if you're going the President's Cup. Oh, boy. Not exactly a Picasso of a lacrosse game here.
Not much of one, no.
But here we go. Yeah, Jackson, more of a Jackson Pollock game, yes. We have seen...
It's very abstract, like Picasso's work, that's for sure.
We have seen some good games. Allegany, Brooklyn, to start the week, was a fantastic game. Edmonton and Allegany was great. Even Snake Island Six Nations was a pretty tight game as well, just a 3 or 4 goal game there. So we have seen some good ones. We've seen some not so good ones here. Let's be honest with each other. This has not been good lacrosse. It's day 5. These teams are gassed. This game doesn't mean anything. And they're playing like it. And we're probably announcing like it as well. Let's get real here.
We probably are. You said it. We're kind of reaching at this point, keeping the fans entertained. Not sure how many people are tuned into the stream right now, but we hope you like our banter and coming up with abstract and probably weird topics.
I don't know if I go that far.
Well, I kind of would. Me asking you who would win in a fight, a fish or a miner, might be a little weird.
I'll agree with that.
But now I got to ask you, who would win, a merchant or a riverman?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the merchants are all about here. Do you know the history of the Brooklyn Merchants? I've asked Gavin Prout, I've asked Pat Gregoire. You're from the area here, Lucas. Any idea why the Senior B team is called the Brooklyn Merchants?
What I've been told by people is that back in the day when Brooklyn was a small little village, really only had 1 or 2 streets, and there weren't a lot of big franchises and just some small stores, it was the merchants, the people that ran the shops, and the lacrosse team decided to name them after them of the historic business side in the village of Brooklyn.
Breakaway attempt. Oh, yes. Clip it. Justin Hoffman goes behind the back. And maybe just walk off the floor after that one. Just end it right there.
So Hoffman goes BTV, but then I'm not sure how the Arrows goaltender, Smith, was able to end up on the turf.
I don't know what you want me to say. He's on the turf already.
Let me rephrase it. Laying down on the turf. I saw a Roadrunners player go over to him and kind of help him up. So
he's probably tired and just fell over. Can't blame him. And he'll make a snatch there with the Woody. And there you go. That's a better ball there from Lane Smith. He's got the Woody figured out now.
And he'll get the apple.
Yeah, another one. Give him an assist. Give Marquis another Gino. All right, Lucas, players of the game. I think we can both agree it's LaForme here for Saskatchewan.
Yep.
You want to make a prediction for Allegany?
I'm going Lane Smith.
Well, he's got 11 goals against. I'm not going to pick him. I think Colton Marquis had a nice night.
Zach Miller hasn't done too poorly either.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, my goodness. Chase Martin just shot on his own goalie. Maybe Chase Martin should be the player of the game right there, as he wants the ball. He wants to score on Lane Smith. He's going to try again. Oh, and he stopped again. What is going on here? Get this game over with, and let's get on to the semifinals here. My word.
5 seconds left.
That is a first, and I hope a last for me there. Seeing a player shoot on his own goalie. I've done a lot of games. I've done a lot of President's Cups. That is a first, and I certainly hope a last right there. 20-11, your final. Allegany over Saskatchewan, who fails to pick up a win here in 2025, as Allegany will finish off the tournament 3-2. So Allegany and Ladner win on their final days. And now we're down to the final 4 here at the President's Cup. It'll be Brooklyn and Six Nations at 8 o'clock. Snake Island, Edmonton at 5 o'clock. That's tomorrow. And after this monstrosity, we hope you don't let that affect your judgment and join us tomorrow here on the JVI Sports Network. There it is.
We appreciate all the fans that have tuned in for the round-robin games, quarterfinal Wednesday, consolation matchups here today. And you said it, Jake. 4 are out.
You had it right. Yeah.
Remain.
4 out, 4 in, 4 down, 4 to go.
So half the teams are still vying for that coveted Prezi title. 3 of them will come away with hardware. Unfortunately, that 4th-place team will walk away empty-handed. And we get going at 5 p.m. tomorrow as the Edmonton Miners, the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League representatives, take on the TNSLL, Three Nations Senior Lacrosse League team. The Snake Island Muskies We will find out our first finalist for that game. And then the nightcap. We'll see the home team Brooklyn Merchants take on their rivals in the Six Nations Rivermen. Jake, 2 great games that you and Pat Gregoire will be on the call for tomorrow night.
Indeed. Look forward to it. Final handshakes are just about done, and we will get our players of the game before we get you on your way. And I'm going to go get some dinner and then hopefully a good night's sleep. And hopefully pop my way into the gym tomorrow before a big Friday
now
here
for your
from
players of the game.
The Prezi.
First for the Allegany Arrows, number 48, Lane Smith.
We'll get that done. We'll get that done, Funky. Don't you worry. Yeah. Chase Martin, your player of the game here for Allegany. I thought they might go that way, and now Lane Smith going to come out here for the photo op as well, as the two switch places here tonight. Stay there, boys. Stay there. Stay there. All right, here we go. If this is not LaForme, I drop my headset and walk out of the booth.
And from the Saskatchewan Roadrunners, number 25, Cody LaForme.
Thank you very much. Right there. Nice game from Cody LaForme. And a handful of goals. Somebody's going to join in. This game is so far off the tracks, I cannot recover. All right, that's going to do it. Appreciate everybody who endured that nightmare. It's going to be a lot better tomorrow, folks. I can guarantee you that. It'll be a lot more fun, a lot more competitive, and a lot more enjoyable to watch and listen. But we thank you for sticking it out here tonight as the fun stuff begins tomorrow, semifinal Friday, here from the President's Cup. And you can watch every single second of it right here on the JVI Sports Network from Whitby at the Iroquois Park Sports Centre or on the YouTube channel. We'll see you here tomorrow, 5 o'clock, Muskies and Miners. For our entire production crew, for Lucas Arger, I've been Jake Kelly, and for the fastest game on 2 feet, for the Crater, we'll talk to you tomorrow here from the President's Cup.
From grassroots to major international events, Sport Durham's award-winning edge is the care we take to create memorable participant experiences and lasting legacies. Collaborate with Sport Durham to host your best event yet. While you're here, be sure to visit durhamtourism.ca for things to do across Durham Region's 8 vibrant communities. Summit Access Solutions is a turnkey access company that can accommodate any and all projects from scaffolding, swing stage, material lifts, weather enclosure systems, and shoring, just to name a few. We specialize in making what looks impossible possible so that you can complete any project safely, efficiently, and on time. Call us at 877-786-6483 or visit summitaccess.ca. No matter what the disaster, we'll be there to help get everything in your home or business restored back to normal. Whether your property has suffered from a kitchen fire, basement flood, or a break-in, our professional technicians and restoration experts will use the best tools and strategies to help you make your house feel like a home again. The wait is over. The NLL has partnered with TFL Sports to bring you something legendary. Not since the days of the 1993 MILL has Pro Box Lacrosse seen premier collectible trading cards. The most comprehensive, officially licensed NLL trading cards ever, featuring legends, rookies, game highlights, and more, all dropping in October. Pre-order yours now before they are gone at shop.tflsport.com. With this many stars, you won't want to miss your chance to chase greatness. Whether you're just getting into lacrosse or a seasoned veteran ready to upgrade from that old broken down smelly gear, Twisted Heads Custom Lacrosse has you covered. We specialize in custom head dyes trusted by the pros and stringing for all ages. Follow us on Instagram at twistedheads_lax, and you can also stop by the Warthog's Den at 203 Simcoe Street, Unit 8, Peterborough. Can't make it? Don't worry. You can find everything you need right at your fingertips at twistedheadslax.com. Unleash your inner warthog at Twisted Heads Lacrosse.